Hello. Whoops. My corner for some reason. Beep, 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 beep. Hello and welcome to another art session. I'm going to be doing some work on the background like I was doing here. I'll show you. I started it on Saturday, and it's going to be a backdrop for my character, my the VTuber I'm working on. Like, yeah, I made quite a bit of progress on him actually, but it's all bits and pieces, so it's not really easy to show. So I'll wait until I get at least when I'm much closer. I might even just do a sneak peek on here, just to show everyone what I've been working on. Hello, thanks for dropping in. This is my background I've been working on. It's gonna be used for both these channels for like when I'm just opening the video up, like just to play a backdrop for my character so I can just talk and yeah. But I thought I'd start off with some more warm-ups, doing some different character designs, or I mean different poses. So let's start with that, and then I'll get into these next. Do. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, let's do this. Let's do these in a darker color, because when I'm practicing it's fine because I can see it over here, but it's hard to see on anyone else's screen. One sec, I just gotta get the music back on. But hope everyone's been having a good week. It's okay. At least it's gonna be a shorter one at least. So what they got? Oh no, it's locked now. I only got a taste and then it locked it all up on me. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can find something. Wait. Really? Wait, I don't know if these are... Wait. Are they... Miracle of Sound's on here. But I don't know... I mean, they wouldn't be here if they weren't... if it wasn't safe to... Hello! Thanks for dropping in! I just found one of my favorite artists on Pretzel, and I'm just trying to decide if it's okay to use it. I mean, it should be, but it might only be safe to use it on... It might be only safe to use it on the Twitch account. I don't know. Oh, I want to share it with you guys. It's so good. Ah! But the repercussions could be so bad if it's... Yeah. But maybe I'll be smart instead of impulsive. Wait. Oh, you have to go pro for that. That's right. Because yeah, I found they have Miracle of Sound here, but I just don't know if these are safe. Like, why would they be here if they weren't? You know, here's what we'll do. We'll put one on because one they're not gonna like. Well, what should I do if I'm gonna do one? Oh, that's a funny one to do. That'd be ironic. Oh, these are. I think these are probably fine because these are older ones. So like. Sorry, I don't. I just. I was gonna be pretty quick, but then I found out that like I was using a free like a trial for this, so like a lot of the stuff that whole playlist I had last time is locked now, so I can't use it. There's no Dark Souls on here though? Really? See, what he does is he takes the theme of various like games or pop culture. Ugh, phone, why are you bothering me? I don't need to know that. Definitely don't need to know that. Oh, so, yeah. There's some other stuff on here. Yeah, this is all older stuff. Like yeah. Into the Mind. Oh, this is a good one. Wait, it's not gonna let me play this one though, is it? Oh, haha, clever. Never mind. Sorry, all that was for nothing. It tricked me. It made it look like I could play these, but then like I hover over them and there's a little no sign kind of thing, like a circle with an X through it, with a cross through it, and yeah, it's a way for them to trick people or just to get people to download the whole version. See, play. Okay, let's just do this. Then I got an idea. Well, not a great idea, but it's an idea. I don't like doing this because it means that I have to have a window open that is doing nothing but just making noise, and I hate that. So, but it doesn't matter. It's something. It's just... yeah, okay. Sorry about the hold up there. That was annoying. Yeah. I was trying to find something good to show. Oh, like this is the same thing, so that's it. Okay. Wait. There. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Now I can start doing some work on this. Let's see. Okay. That was. They got me so excited, and then I realized it was all under a paywall. But it's good to know it's there. I mean, maybe I'll eventually get that. I'll see how much it is, because if it's not too bad, maybe I'll justify it. But I don't know. We'll see. It could get me more viewers on here and and especially on Twitch, because like I know on there they're much more attracted by the good music, especially with like streams like mine where it's mostly just some talking, but mostly just focused work. So, yeah. I just thought I'd start off with some. I also was gonna do some character sheets today, because I was someone I follow is gonna do some artwork of one of my characters, and I realized that my character sheets are a bit outdated, so I was like, I really want something new. I mean, it's fine what I gave them, but it's kind of annoying that, like, for my comic, I have, like, ref sheets that are, like, 1.5 to 2 years old. Which isn't too bad, but still. It's enough that I could justify redoing them. Let's see. Let's get... Where's Chattery? Sorry, I'm just gonna send out an invite. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure I let some people know. I need to make a... Maybe that's something else I'll do tonight if I have time. Is make a sheet with or a fun drawing with all the days I draw on it, like a calendar. Yeah, that's another thing. 'Cause I did say I was going to do a bunch of channel stuff. That could be another thing I do. 'Cause it just gets too tiring trying to, like, zip around and try and tell everyone that I'm on. It'd be easier if I could just be like, if every week I could just post on like Blue Sky and Twitch Twitter that my days of streaming. That way people could just plan around. And then everyone else here, I mean, doesn't really need, the other people that show up here don't need it, so. But maybe I could even post it on like, maybe on Facebook, but I just don't know how many viewers I'd get. I could try. Maybe there's a few people that, like, even like family that just don't know when I stream. So, could be worth it to get a few more viewers. Hello! No problem. Just doing warm-ups right now anyway. I was just going through some ideas for just ways to make, like, letting, because I was saying how like I was letting you know, and it would be nice if I could just like just put up a thing on like Blue Sky, and you'd be able to tell when I'm on, because I mean things change week to week, so I could always make slight alterations and be okay in the long run if I do it that way. So, one more, and then we'll get to work. But yeah, I think I might work on my character models tonight too. Like I want to update them. So I was saying that so a VTuber that I follow is doing so. I won like this like raffle, and she's drawing my characters, or my main character. So I was like, I realized when I was offering her artwork for it that it's all the artwork is kind of not ancient, but just not current enough. Like I have newer pictures of like for Richard and not many for June, and I really want to make more for her so I can have better stuff when I'm working on the comic. Once you guys figure out more about that assignment that I'm helping out with for our project, I did come up with some more ideas, and I'm excited to share them. I'll have to take photos of them because I drew them on like at work during breaks, so I just need to draw on top of them in here. But they're like I thought of some pretty cool ideas for that character. I'm pretty excited. Although they mean nothing if it's, I mean they could still be implemented in certain ways, so I'm not too worried. Even if we change her background story, and I can make them work, like the stronger parts of them. So I'm not worried. Oh, did you see did you see One Piece came back? They have the more of the Egghead arc, Egghead Island arc is on Crunchyroll now, and I guess My Hero has the. They're gonna actually do the my vigilant the vigilante arc, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, have you watched it yet? Because I haven't watched my vigilante thing yet. I'm curious to see if it's any good. The characters look interesting. Like one of them's got like a Batman or a Punisher kind of look to him. So I'm not sure yet, but and the main character kind of has like a weird gravity thing where like he can zip around town and like kind of just glide off of his own like gravitational force, which is cool. It's kind of like how Toph moves on Earth. Be interesting to see like I do like the writing of the mangaka, so I am excited to see more heroes and villains. Especially considering this is before the time of heroes, so that'll make it even more interesting. I can't remember if they said it in the show, but like, since it's the time before heroes, but people have powers, so why don't cops just like use their powers? Like, they're allowed to use. I don't see why they wouldn't be allowed to use them. Like, as long as it's not deadly, I don't see why it would be a problem. Like, if someone had the power to just put people to sleep, that would be a great a power for a cop to have. Just walk up and be to a thief and be like, "You're going to bed." You'll wake up in a cell. Good night. And that way they don't get hurt, no one else gets hurt. Be perfect. And their enemy could be like a overly, like a guy whose blood is pretty much just like pure caffeine. Like, I can't knock him down, Chief. I'm sorry. I keep trying. Oh, I forgot I had this too to work on, but maybe I'll work on that later if I have time. But here's this. Yeah, just my next comic. after Raising the Bard's done, that'll be my next comic. Is the story of an officer who, it'll be like kind of like that Nathan, you know what, the Rookie. It'll be like that, but with the cops got like superpowers. I swear they've done something kind of like that, but I can't remember what it was called. Let's just go over this drawing to clean it up a little bit more. I'm gonna find a good table so that I can. So it's surprising. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know a couple anime are starting for the spring, so I'm sure there'll be more on the way too. I mean, Fire Force, I guess, started up as well, but I've contrary to what. I mean, I just never got into that one, and not even for the reasons that some people don't like. They don't like the girl. I mean, that doesn't help, but it doesn't scare. That doesn't scare me away. It's just that it's just. It could be. It doesn't. It's not the same as like Yeah. I wish it was that they would finally make this Soul Eater remake already. I've been waiting. Bones, come on, get on it, please. Give us something. Give us a taste. Like an animation of like one of the main characters. Ooh, some of these. Oops, no. I forgot about these. They have let's push this back a little bit, because I did want to do that anyway. There we go. Oh, I was gonna get. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Some water. I'll be right back. This is old. I've used this water, but I don't know how. I think it's from this morning. So I did make some progress on the, oh, just as I get back. That's funny. No problem. Okay. I was just gonna tell her about the progress I made on the model, but it can wait. do, 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 do. Oops. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I figure I can have this cool like backdrop of this chair. I almost put it facing the other way, but I decided against that. Because I might make another one that's like a smaller study where I can. Maybe I'll do the fireplace in that one. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea, because in here it would have been, it looked interesting, but it kind of just didn't quite mesh. For once I don't usually do things that are like balanced, but I kind of wanted to do that make this balanced. So. Yeah. I am looking forward to when tomorrow's over with. I can just focus on all this stuff and not have to worry about anything else. And I'll just go for some to enjoy some of the weather. Well, if it's warm again, it's still kind of cold, but maybe it will be. We'll see. Yeah, I figure I'll do a little bit of work on this, and then I'll move on to do some character design for the comic. That makes it look like a pool table. Maybe I will make it a full table instead of since this is a office kind of area, it should be more like a Yeah, it can just be a full. Or at least to there, and then it kind of, maybe the legs go up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Yep. Yeah, the dragon apparently had a friend who was smaller than him that used, or maybe the dragon could shapeshift and it likes this. It does have like times where it likes to be a human and just walk around and be able to read books easier. So it had someone make this office for it while in disguise, along with like the whole library. Really, like they have endless amounts of treasure. So what's losing a little bit mean to them? Maybe, especially when this one likes knowledge far more. Still haven't decided if it's a he or she yet. I'll play around with that, because honestly, it doesn't make a huge difference. So because it's not a romantic interest either way. So hello. Just talking about The Office, saying how like the dragon had this all made. And just doing all these fun little details. Like the wood is just like finely carved and has all these like little ornate things carved into it. Like a tiny, like maybe there's like each of these panels when you get up closer has like a story in it, like moments from the dragon's life, different places it's lived. Yeah, it's like because as I was saying when you weren't here, it values information far more than treasure. So it became nomadic for a while and just like hid amongst humans and just learned everything it could from them. And it did that with other races too, like the Unseelie. It might be his, like, I mean, the other spirits want to help, but the dragon has the power, if given enough of an incentive, to send our character back to the human realm, but only if they deal with this Unseelie that's like attacking other spirits and causing just mayhem everywhere. And I might make a separate layer for all the little like spirits. Like maybe I'll make like, since my guy, maybe like make a little like salamander little guy on the sit like just sitting on the table. Like it crawled up there. Am I just gonna end up drawing my what is that called? My spirit, what's it? Spirit City, I think it's called. Yeah, it's this like this program, this game that I like. It's a productivity game kind of thing where you can I know South of Midnight is out. You don't need to remind me. Jeez, another update. What was it called? Just play. Oh yeah, Spirit City. Yeah, lo-fi sessions. Yeah. It's really cheap. It's a good, like, sometimes I just put it on when I just want to take a nap, or even because, like, it's just a nice, like, relaxing background sound, and you get to make your own character. I made them look like me, and then you get little familiars. Like it starts with a cat that has 3 eyes. It's pretty cool. Like you can use point. It has a point system in it where, like, as you do tasks on your to-do list, it gives you points, and you can use those to, like, upgrade the room, like add in different, like, backgrounds, which so far aren't anything really that great yet. But I mean, for a game that costs nothing, and I don't really care too much about the backgrounds, so like I just made it look as relaxing, and just because you can do all these different things, like make it look like a gamer's kind of like streaming room, or you can make it look like a like all these different things. Yeah. And it's fun how, like, they make getting the pets, like, they'll give you hints, but, like, you have to kind of just, like, go outside your comfort zone a little bit and listen to something, maybe, like, listen to some different music, or try putting your changing the setting a little bit, like maybe making it nighttime in the room instead of day, or changing, like, the music to a different type of music, or sit in a different spot in the room, because, like, your character can be put in different spots, and they'll have, like, animations for doing different things. Like, I have one where I'm at the desk and I draw. I mean, they made one for that, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm not gonna do a cat. I want to do... What should I have? Well, the dragon's back there. Yeah. Get this dragon drawn out. And then start to work on... Yeah, it's a shame I can't fit... It has to be kind of big, so unfortunately the chair is kind of in its way. And also it's behind the window, so the window's going to be obscuring it a little bit. But maybe I'll have, like I said, there's going to be different rooms. Like maybe I was thinking of having like one where he's in a study, kind of a smaller, like more relaxed kind of study area, or like a different spot of the library, and maybe the dragon will be in the middle of that. It can be either I can make it like just like a really big room and it's that, or maybe it gets like a smaller human form. So yeah. And I tell you, today I was so tired that like on one of the machines I was working on, they offered to, they got me a chair to sit down, and I sat down and almost immediately just zonked out, so I had to stand back up. I was just like, thank you, but I can't. I did get a little bit of like a small amount of rest when I came home today, just to be sharp for all of you. So helped a little. I didn't want to sleep too long though. I'm glad I can add more of this like roof area above him. That's gonna... Hello, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to just lurk if you want, or yeah. Just working on this library setting for my character, my VTuber. When I'm done with them, we're making pretty good progress. I got the head turn is completely done. I just need to map the face to it. And then I have to do the physics for the hair, but I'm working on that too, and it's actually not that hard. It's been fun to play around with the hair and like find cool ways to make it move. And I added some more highlights into the hair too, so it looks even a little bit more rendered than it did when last time I showed it on here. So I'm excited to get that finished. I wonder if the wings. I don't know if that's going to be that hard because I've seen. It all depends on how fast I can like just do the steps, really, because I think it's not that complex. I think even the antlers aren't going to be as bad as I thought, because I've talked to some people and they're just like urging me. They're like, don't try and warp them or transform them or make them, because that will make them look weirder. So if I don't have to change what they look like, and I just have to like move them a little bit in that shouldn't be that hard, because I can always kind of like estimate. I can kind of like do like an estimate of like what they should look like if I have to, and then like just move them to that. Like even if I have to make a drawing and then like put it into there to trace over. That would be fine. Yeah. It'll be. Plus, I have to start the physics stuff, which is going to be fun to try that out. So I think I'm through. I'm starting to get into this like routine with it, where it's. I mean, there's still a lot of learning to do, but it's fun. So I'm happy to say that I'm actually I'm enjoying the process now, whereas in the very beginning I was having trouble and it was a little bit frustrating, but I think I'm kind of through the worst of that, because now it's kind of more like I've understood one of the main reasons I was having difficulties, and now I can just move forward and kind of just not take everything too serious and just enjoy the process while I'm working in it. Also, the fact that I'm not like the first month and a half, or the first month and 10 days, 12 days, I was on a free membership, so I was really rattled to try and get it done before that ran out. But once it did, and I just paid this month, which is only like $14, was not even 14, it was like $13.99. Yeah, it was so technically 14. Once I paid that, I just decided like it's probably gonna take maybe this month and maybe one more. I'll keep it, and then that'll be it. I'll just get rid of it after that. So that's not a bad deal. That's like I can make all my emotes, and maybe even like some of these backgrounds I can make them animated for $28. That's a good deal. So, yeah, I like that. Oh, it'd be cool if like this was like a history. If he's got like a rug that is just like a. I don't know if he'd want that to be a rug though. I was gonna say like another, like a history of his people, but maybe I was joking earlier, but maybe that's what these drawings are gonna be like. These banners will be like members of their family they're really proud of. Some that were lost to this creature, or just lived their full life and passed on. to like, or they like lived so long that they chose another form that was more ethereal, and they just exist in this realm, but not as a physical thing. Maybe there's yeah, this would be kind of cool. Like there's a fresco, kind of like a how you're training your dragon kind of moment, but with like with these being more sentient, it's more like just like this like bond between two clans, where like this I don't know if it should be an elf or what. Maybe there are humans in there, but that found ways to live through. Nah, it could be like some kind of elf, because I want it to make sense for him why he's changing. So, although, no, let's keep it a human, because that would be a cool like side story for like a future part of the story of the lore. Is like he notices this human mage, and he's just like, how did this guy not get changed like I did? And they kind of have to like, they do research on that as well. Yeah, one of this dragon's like kin made a bond with him, and that's why it's so on top of the whole like he's on a quest to take out their worst enemy. It's like this clan of dragons made a promise to try and help humans whenever they could. I'll make it look like a, what, Diablosaurus, I think they're called? Or do you know Ceratops? Where like they have it'll have like that shield head. That would be cool on a dragon, like a Triceratops head. I might actually change this one to be more like that, actually. Those would be cooler, because it kind of had like Diablo kind of horns, and I don't really like or want those. I can have those too, but I'll make them lower. Like they're on the side of its head for like extra protection, but it has like these two larger horns on top of its head. How are we doing on time? Okay, it's been an hour. Let's work on the character models. So, I made some good progress. It's always hard to like measure progress with this though, because it's like it's a room, so it's like, did I do anything? And it's like, but I mean, I we worked out some of the lore and like I did get the dragon in the background kind of drawn like a rough version of it, so let's get the character sheet. Burr, 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 burr. Yeah, let's just use this one. Well, actually, I have a better idea. I'll make a new folder. Yep. Import. Image. Character sheets. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now I can use that as reference and just I can open up her, because this is one of the benefits of building a library of just poses for this character. Is I can call them up whenever I need them. Ooh, that's really good. I'm going to use that for the webcomic ref. Sorry, I just found a picture of of two knights fighting, and I'm like, yeah. Because I've also been looking into like something different for her too, like different clothing as she goes through her journey, but for now that doesn't matter too much. So, okay, let's find a good drawing for her. I mean, a good image for her character model. Finding a few that could work. That might be a possibility as well. I'll keep that in mind. I was gonna give her like a Misfits kind of like shirt and black dress as one of her looks. That could be kind of cool. But first, let's just get her redrawn, and then I'll. Here's a good one where she's just in like. This is this model is tall and skinny like her, so. Come on. What's going on? Why is it, guys? What's going on? Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, just like a. It's like her story is all about like just gaining confidence and learning about the her family's history and the power of her music and what she chooses to do when she finds out just how strong it is. Like what kind of person will she become? Will she stick to her goal of using it to uplift people, or will she use it as a weapon? Because there are certainly going to be a bunch of times where that's a choice. Huh. And she's got wavy hair like both of her parents. Maybe a little bit more curly like her mother. So it kind of like causes some loose ends here and there. Yeah, so as the journey goes on, she's learning more and more about her how to control her magic and about her the history of music in her family. Because from her grandmother's side, there were bards that were pretty powerful, including her grandmother, who kept a journal of some of her life and like a few spells here and there. So it'll be interesting to see how June uses those. It's a little too long. I don't want those though. That makes her look kind of like yeah, she's just got her hair's kind of just like let loose and kind of yeah. And then oops, I can't spell. There. Just finding like a. See, I don't know if she'd wear like those. This is so, yeah, she wouldn't wear this. She'd wear something tighter, probably, like more like a form-fitting kind of like for ease to move around in, and more cozy, slightly. I'm not gonna give her plaid. That would be interesting, but nah. Maybe she's got her coat on her sleeves, kind of like a cape almost. She's holding it to her side, kind of. And then, because I always like when characters learn, like, as the story moves on, like through small things. Like, I mean, like in Frieren, like how like all these meaningless small things are just reminding her of her friends and bringing back memories and making her realize how valuable her new friends are. So like this trip's gonna like just bring up a lot, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how. Because I think I've said this before, but I don't want to have a there's going to be a revelation in the story, but I don't want it to be one of those ones where it's like they walk off and they feel betrayed, and it's like a separation kind of thing, because that works sometimes, but I feel it's used so much that it's kind of become too predictable. So I was going to have it be more like they don't have they continue to go together, and it's kind of more like, maybe even it's more like Goof Troop, actually, where it's just like he kind of just figures out at near the end, and kind of has to like, but it's the other way around, where she figures something out about him near the end, but they're too close to the goal that like she's not going to abandon her mom. She never that never was in the cards at all. Like, no matter how mad she is, maybe it's more like a thing where like it's just trust between them gets a little bit strained because he kept a secret from her, and she thought he like thought more of her than that, but then he like has to like show her and explain to her why it's a secret. I gotta be careful, I don't want to give away things. Don't want to give her the Full Metal Alchemist boots. I want to give her just regular hiking boots. I like this version of her. It still keeps true to the original, and I can play I can build upon it and kind of like try and add some different clothing, like do want to give her something more like metal or punk, like yeah, like something punk or metal kind of look to her. cars is always kind of tricky. I can always clean it up after I get the rough in. Get her face done. It bothers me I don't have her face. It's like, come on. She's very expressive. I like drawing her face. Give her a little bit of a sharp chin, maybe. Yeah, I like that. I like features that aren't like I don't like to say perfect, but like just add some more personality to the, like accentuate certain spots, because it makes, I think that's what makes like Pixar characters so interesting, is how they can just like push the designs and kind of like make both male and female characters just more fun to look at and read more interesting visually. Now I just gotta fix her hair, which is a mess. Gonna try and simplify it a little bit because it was a little too over the top. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to turn her into a Kingdom Hearts character and have like 100 zippers on her. But I have to draw her in every panel, so no. I think that's why I avoided the making her default look, because originally I was thinking of a punk kind of look to her, but then I thought that's a lot of, like, belts have a lot of metal bits on them and zippers and just details that would just be so much work to just draw again and again and from different angles. So I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if she just like took some of her like training from her father and kind of just like dressed practical when she left, and then as they go on their trip in the human and she sees all these some of these towns, she'll pick up new clothing there through like friends that she meets. Yeah, that could fix a plot hole I already kind of had, where like she doesn't have money. So I'm like, although I was gonna have it so that actually I think I kind of fixed that if I remember right, because Richard's been outside he has been outside the village before. He doesn't like it because it puts him at risk and them. and he doesn't like being away from June if he can avoid it. But that was the other idea. But I could still do this where I just make it so she's like just the first town they go to, she just gets like maybe her shirt gets damaged or something, so her, like this person that's with her that she helped out gives her some clothing. So like they she just like either them or like the fake love interest kind of story I was thinking about putting in there just for fun, where it's like you think something's gonna happen and it's like, nope, sorry, they gotta go. I was thinking about doing something like that because it'd be fun to have like a like this is life, and like we don't always get to choose the pace of like how things move along. So she finds someone that she's interested in, but she's got to move on to the next town. So she pretty much just like gives him her number and then kind of like, okay, yeah, keep in touch. She meets this one of the officers, is this nice guy that helped her out. I think that'd be kind of a fun little like side story in the beginning. Yeah, I think just some other thing. I don't want it to just be the story. I want this to feel like more of a traveling kind of story than a like what bad guy will they face next kind of story, because that's not the point anyway. It's true they might run into some obstacles that are people because of Richard's past, or because they're maybe something that she's like, she said something that to like some kind of like person that's like a noble or something, and kind of upset them because she's not used to that, or some noble started to treat her poorly and Richard just like went Papa Bear and just like knocked the guy's teeth out. That's what I like about having these two together, is that they're both fiery. So like it could be either one that just like causes a scene to turn into pure chaos. And Grace is kind of similar in her own way, but with the antagonist, where she kind of eggs him on a little bit. Like he's... Because I'm thinking about something like that, where like he has trouble with dealing with her and her companion, and he's almost about to just say forget it, but then she kind of like says something to him that kind of like pushes him into like obsession mode, and he kind of just like devotes all of his energy to making sure that that she won't make it to her family, just out of spite for how much she annoyed him, or just for the joy of seeing like the family just arrive at the last minute and be too late. Because he's like that kid with a magnifying glass over an ant, kind of. Or that kid with the Sims and just wants to make their life chaos. Because I want to avoid trying to make him like an Alistair kind of character. He's not a deal maker. This is a scientist that's just like watching a mouse go through the same maze again and again and again for the cheese kind of thing. And he's even having more fun because he realizes he's dealing with two scientists in Grace and her student. They're both very intelligent, so he's just like, oh, okay, worthy prey. I can't wait to get to the point where I can draw Nyla fighting. She is, because I've shown you what she looks like, right? Where she's got the, I think she's in the character sheets. She's this character. I gotta fix the face on that one too, because I tried to update this one, but I don't really like the face in that one. I still like this one better, even though the face in that's kind of flawed, the straight-on one. But that's just because it's kind of tricky to draw that kind of snout. But yeah, I love the water. I still love the water in that shot. That looks so good. I'll do something to make her face a little bit more. Maybe she'll have like some kind of like, not a tattoo. I'll think of something. Maybe her scales will like make a pattern or something special. But why is it so hard for me to draw? This is the problem with taking breaks from drawing this comic, is that like I get out of the mode of drawing her. Like her hair's too fluffy. I gotta make it hard. That's another problem I have. There. Yeah, it's more like, much more like that kind of, where it's like just a little heavier. Yeah, that's better. I just didn't like how it was like poofed there. That's right, you did. That was a while ago, but yeah. And these have like reinforced. It's like kind of like almost like thermals built into it, so she can like warm up her. Those are like warmers for her legs, so she can just like turn it on and it just like. Kind of funny that of all the sci-fi like future things we have, that's one of them now, where like we have like clothing that can with little like heaters inside of them. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to. She's walking around in very cold environments. I'm sure she'd want something like that, so just stay warm and safe. I don't know if that's right though. I think your boot's off a little bit. Do. That's better. Kind of want to make them kind of go in a little bit more so it's I think that's one of the most fun things about making a character with magic is that you don't have to follow like certain rules for like would this character be okay in this kind of situation. It's like, well, magic, that's the answer to any problem with that. It's like, well, yeah, she shouldn't be in this kind of fight, but magic. Or how did she survive that fight? Magic. Because she also has a forest spirit inside of her guitar. That shows up early in the comic. And I've done not huge spoiler because I've done drawings of it. So, oops, where'd it go? Where'd did she go? And she's not on this page. I think she's yeah, she's here. I'll find her. She's here. Yeah. Yeah, she's like this like trickster kind of forest spirit that shows that helps out June a little bit in return for someone just to be along on the journey, really. She's been trapped in like some woods, and she just wants to get free and get her inspiration. Yeah, that looks good because I don't want to. Like last time I tried to draw her, I think overcomplicated her form, and I really want to keep her simple. A nice, just simple, thin design for her, and I got this. Where'd that picture go that I had? Nope. Because I was working off an image and then I stopped. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a jacket kind of like her father, a little bit, but like a nice winter coat, or yeah, like a heavier coat she wears sometimes. See her. Still off-centered. fix that. I don't want to. I'd hate to. Kind of like that, maybe. Sorry, just thinking in my head out loud. She just felt like she was like not standing quite right. Still might be a little bit off, but I can look at it and kind of clean it up later, or just. But I'm glad we got at least this done. Well, it's still early tonight, and I did that pretty quick. So I can just work on her the color now. Yes. So you know what? First, let's do the flats. So take this tool. There we go. Loving the shortcuts, loving the shortcuts. Do 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 do. Gotta take them when you can, because there's so much work to do afterwards. I like her color scheme here. I'm going to keep the same colors for her original, just for her primary like clothing. It's the other fun thing about having like Fae in the story is that I can give them the ridiculous proportions. Like, so I can go all like One Piece with like both the male and female side characters that are Fae, which will be really fun, and I'm really excited. Like, I still might push the matriarch's form a little bit more, because I don't think she's exaggerated enough. Like, I just don't know how I'm gonna go with exaggerating her. Like, am I gonna make her look more like Big Mom or something from One Piece, or am I gonna go more like Dark Souls, like that one goddess who the character meets, or she's just a big lady? So yeah, be fun to play around with that. Yeah, I've had to tell like people who aren't artists like in the past, like when they're always like, "Why does this character look so unrealistic?" But with their body proportions, I'm like, because it's a drawing. I can do whatever I want with the form, and it's fun to play around with, like how someone looks. Like break the norm and kind of make them look different. I mean, you don't get characters like Asterion if it, or well Sephiroth if you're just if you stick to like what regular people look like. No one walks around like that. Well, not before the game. No one walked around like that. Now, probably a bunch of people do. Wait, what am I doing? I'm trying to make up a color that I already have. Oops. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's what I had. I forgot I had that brush selected. I'm God, stop drawing on the line layer. Yeesh. This I can put over the. I'll be right back. Need some more water. I like drawing her face though. There you go. Some more water. Here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's clean up this hair a little bit more. Oops. Nope. Why is it? Oh, because I'm not on this. Okay. And then I'll do some expressions after this. Do I clean her up a little bit? Another thing I might do in the story is, since she spent some time with her mother, like, because she's been gone for a little bit right now, but whenever she was around, they were pretty close too, and so she knows a lot about, like, she constantly asked her mother about all the creatures she ran into, so as they start to run into those in the story, she's going to be the one that, like, helps out with that kind of stuff. Like, he remembers some, but, like, usually his methods for dealing with these things was either stealth or force, and she knows ways to get around it sometimes without needing either, really. Like, she knows what kind of foods some creatures like, so she can distract them and get them away, or maybe calm them down if they're, like, rampaging in an area. Yeah, I'm still trying to play with how much of the comic is going to be them just in the wild roughing it and how much is them in cities. And it's probably not going to be too many cities, honestly, because it's not supposed to be a super long story. It might be probably two, maybe a third near the end, but I don't I don't want this to be a super long comic. So it does have an ending planned. So, or at least an end to this story. Like, I could always go back and be like, do a later arc when she's a little older, kind of thing. Because I kind of, after drawing that one page, I kind of want to have an adventure with her uncle. Because she just does not understand him at all. So it'd be kind of a fun, like, she wants to be polite and nice to him, but like he scares the bejesus out of her, kind of thing. Because you saw that page. It's the one where she's like has the flashback to the bugs crawling all over her, and he's just behind her like, "Hey, they're your friends. They're giving you hugs." It's like, oh no. Ah! He just looks like petrified with fear. It's just like, because as I said before, like a big part of the story in this one early on is to show how powerful Richard is, and then to force her into several situations, sometimes voluntary, sometimes involuntary, where they have to be separated, just to show that like she has to stand on her own feet after, and not have him around as like the walking battering ram. I do like this hair being loose. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Mix. Thanks for dropping in. Just working on my comic character. Just I'm updating and cleaning up her model because like I have this old one and I want to make a new one. So I'm just kind of cleaning her up right now. Thank you. Yeah, I'll show you some. I'll save this. Let's just update this one. The character sheets. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of characters for this comic. Like this. Yeah, this lady here. She's part dragon character. I need to update that one. I need to clean that up a little bit, but showing her powers. Oh, that was because I did a cosplay for her. That's right. She's dressed up like a waterbender. That's why I did that drawing. I forgot why that was like that. Because she controls water, so I'm like, wouldn't it be funny to just make her cosplay as a waterbender? And then, like, you have Richard Steelsong, her father. This guy, he's a one-man army. It's very rough drawing. I have cleaner ones. I might have to update his too, just because, like, these look good, but they definitely need to be cleaned up. And then you have, like, this is, and here's the mother. That, yeah. And this is a spirit that befriends the main character. So. Oops. Yeah, it's been fun making the entire cast. Like, I made a, yeah, these are all mine. Yeah, I created, this is like a cast for a comic I'm working on called Raising the Bard. So, the main character is this girl. She's been teaching her, kind of like teaching herself a little bit here and there, and trying to learn what she can in the secluded life that they have. But at the beginning of the story, she's pulled into this out of the safety of the village that they live in, because she has to go with her father to save her mother from a catastrophe that might there's like this like dimensional rift that might pull her in, so they have to run and get to her really quick and warn her about it. So yeah, it's kind of like fantasy story meets disaster movie. Because I always used to like, some of them were corny, but I always kind of liked disaster movies. Certain ones, if they got good actors, they were interesting. Yeah, I think I haven't seen too many comics about like natural disasters. I know there's a few out there, but not many. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to try this out with these characters and like kind of play around with some tropes in fantasy. Of course, that's become more common now, so it's not as big as it was when I first started this, but still, it'll be fun. Like, here's the villains. This like create this Unseelie that fairy that lives in another realm. That's kind of like can look into ours and he messes with Grace. Yeah, creepy looking dude. But he's got like a background in like he's a scientist and he genetically altered himself and probably led to like at least the final downfall of his area. Like he probably, I haven't played around. I'm trying to still work on his story a little bit, but I imagine he's the kind of person who like just like Lobo kind of like just destroyed everyone else around him, whether on purpose or not. It's unclear because he's a side character and they don't really ask because he's a jerk. It's like they kind of don't want to talk to him if they can avoid it. And that I still haven't 100% figured out. Like, I don't have all the pages written out, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. But I do like I do have an ending, like a rough ending in mind, and I working towards that. And hopefully, like I'm trying to get like the story back on track because been having some side projects lately, but I did make some progress earlier this year, and I think I'm gonna just keep going from there. um, here and there, yes, I have, but just not lately because I'm working on a new VTuber, so I've been kind of really distracted by that, held up by that. Not distracted, not the right word. Held up by it because like it's so much to absorb. It's a whole lot of new information to like act upon. So I'm sure once that's done, I also where is it? What is this? Oh, nope. Nope. I'm also working on a backdrop for my channel as well. I was gonna do like this, like, because my little guy in the corner has a bunch of lore as well, where he's someone that was spirited away and had his name stolen by this unseelie creature, and I even got to the point where I'm like, he allied himself with a couple different fairy folk, including a dragon, who also wants to find this creature because it hurt several of its clan, so it wants revenge. So it offers up its library for the character to research, and like he can bring in new information on his journey back to the dragon. So yeah, I have like this like cool. I'm working on like this really like ornate library office kind of setup here. Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun working on these. I might take. I might even try well, I don't know. That would be another application to try and learn, but it would be cool to put this in Blender and then just like be able to do like all that stuff and set up the room and everything so that like I could just build upon it and have like a template that I could move around, so I could have like different perspectives for the room. Like I could have another shot like of where the camera just flips around and there's like a fireplace and some books or something maybe on the other side of the room. Something like that might be pretty cool. So eventually maybe I'll do that. I do want to eventually learn Blender. It's one of those programs in the back of my on my to-do list. Ever since I saw this one artist just do it as a flex. Where she's just like, I just used Blender for this drawing challenge, and it's like, wait, what? Why? But yeah. I just gotta be careful not to get carried away with this library because I have a habit of drawing every book. I've done it before. Right, Evie? I fix these. These are bad perspective. Got a little bit of a curve. Look at that. Yeah. I crazy. But yeah, with this, I'm not gonna go that crazy. I'm not gonna go into like making like every like the book covers for every book in the library, but I will try and make this look really nice with like some ornate decorations on the wood and stuff like that, just to make it look more interesting. And I'm going to put some little spirit creatures roaming around the room. Which I was thinking about making it so that like my viewers can choose what kind of like fairy folk they want to be. Like I'll have like little like Tom Twos or maybe brownies or pixies. I'll have a couple different choices. I play some video games on occasion. Right now it's just been really busy, but I was working through I am excited actually to buy that game South of Midnight. Looks really good. Like the art style is really gorgeous, and I really kind of want to pick it up just to see how that story plays out because it looks really good. And yeah, there's that. There's what else was there? I'm playing a couple other smaller games. I do sometimes I play Metroidvanias, so I still gotta beat. I've been putting like Bloodstains, like one thing that I have, but I just never went around to beating because I got near the end and then I kind of just wanted to like explore and I never really stopped. And I stopped playing it for a while, but now there's more for that game, so maybe I'll go back to that. But well, that's pretty much the majority of it. Like I was thinking about for my Twitch stream, like maybe starting to play video games, possibly. Like I haven't played Elden Ring yet. Somehow, like it's on my list, but I always just forget, or just get sidetracked by other projects that are so huge that I just can't put that much time into it. But as long as I could justify it if it was for like if it possibly could get me more followers. Although I'm not really if those would really be followers, but. In any case, it would be kind of fun to try out. Because I've been meaning to play that game. Oops. And it'd be fun to, I mean, this would be a little bit more niche, but I play adventure. I used to play adventure games a lot, like LucasArts, and it would be fun to try and play some of those. Like I have, I downloaded Loom and The Dig, which are both really good LucasArts games. So it'd be fun to like, maybe if I can talk some people into like just being like background and like telling me what to do, kind of like, because it would be fun to have like the followers or just like the audience. I mean, yeah, the followers try and solve all the puzzles while I play it. Because I've played a couple. Well, some of them, like Loom, has some tricky parts that I probably don't remember, but Dig, I kind of like. I know a lot of how to solve a lot of those puzzles just because they're kind of stuck in my head. And I have the Monkey Island games, and those are all great. LeChuck. I don't have the Telltale ones, but I didn't. That's when I stopped liking them. Because once the Telltale ones came along, that's when it kind of it was I didn't mind that it was CG, but I didn't like the style, like that they used for how they showed, like Guybrush didn't look really that good. He looked even more scrawny, and he just kind of just looked off. I mean, he already looked kind of funny in that cartoon style one that they did, and then they had that version, and it was even weirder, where he looked even wimpier. And I'm like, he doesn't need to be too wimpy. He's been sword fighting for a while, and he's like fighting an undead pirate, so it really doesn't matter how strong he is. He's kind of in trouble no matter what. And like, there's an Indiana Jones adventure game that was The Secret of Atlantis, and that was one of the first games I ever played with like multiple endings, because I never played any of the Castlevania games. But like, you can play through and like choose a non-violent route, or you can choose like only solving puzzles with your fists. Like, it's a whole bunch of different choices. Gonna dull this down a little bit, but start with this. Is that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Nice. I like that. Let's get rid of that because shot out a little bit too far with the line work. No. Oh, interesting. Huh. Because I watched that show back in the day. It was fun. It was and the crossover between Generator Rex and Ben 10 was pretty cool. Especially considering sometimes those crossovers can be kind of meh, but that one was good. I'll have to check that out though. That sounds kind of interesting. So, thanks. Yeah, I used to really like. For a while, I was. That was the Man of Action was an animation studio that I thought would be kind of fun to work towards, trying to get do work with eventually, like get a portfolio together, get to work for them, but like, and it's not out of the picture, but like just don't. Seeing that Mega Man cartoon kind of changed my mind about them a little bit, and seeing that what was it, the newer Ben 10 stuff with where he's a kid again, and I'm like, guys, you could have just kept getting him older. It's like, I guess there's a limit though, because his target the target audience of the show is young boys, so I guess maybe they were afraid they were going to scare them away. But I don't know. I mean, as someone who watched like Transformers and whatnot as a kid, I don't think making him older would have really scared much kids away. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, because like there was that one episode where they like showed like adult Ben, and he could just like combine the aliens and do all this crazy stuff, and you're like, oh, this looks awesome. Why don't they just make this into a show? And it's like, and maybe they didn't because they were worried that he's older, but I think that's not a very good reasoning, considering like, I'm sure I wasn't the only one that felt that way, where I'm like, oh, I wish I could see this character actually like in action during a real threat. Also, Gwen being like a powerful mage in that future would have been really fun to see like her fully developed alien witch powers. I still remember that funny episode where a couple of the villains from the early in the show tried to ambush them, and Gwen just scares the bejesus out of the clown, and it's basically like, yeah, if you ever mess with any of our family, I'm coming for you. It's like, did you guys ever wonder why the rest of our old enemies didn't come after us? I'm why. And it's like she goes like full like Silver Surfer on him. Like in her pure alien elemental form. Did you hear about the Avatar movies that are coming out late? Like, I think there's one coming out at the end of the year. I'm really excited about those. It's like seeing like the original Avatar team as like young adults will be really interesting. Like seeing like Aang have to like struggle with like setting up this like city in like a really turbid, in like a war-torn Earth Kingdom, with probably still some firebenders around who are not too happy about like the exiled prince ending the war. Because even the comics talk about that, where it's like it's not like an instant like everyone's happy. I mean, a large portion of them did surrender, but because they recognized him as the royal family and they want to listen to him. But I'm sure there's plenty of like people out there who were more for the war times and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting seeing like that those two cultures and those two groups clash. I also want to see more of June, because from that show, because she was pretty amazing. Like they gave her that ending part where she got to help out, and that was cool. But be nice to and she beat up if you look carefully, she's fighting Ryu from Street Fighter in the bar. Was it Ryu? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it's Ryu, because for a second I was like questioning myself, and I'm like, was it Ken or Ryu? I couldn't remember, but if I remember right, it's Ryu. Like it's just some guy with like a headband and it's red, so they drew him to look like Ryu from Street Fighter. And lately I've seen a couple more animated pilots that I'm interested in. That one I showed you a while ago, Evie. The what was it? The Art of Murder, or what was it called? It was like that one where the I'll look in the chat thing I sent so I can find it in there. But it's like I think that's you. No, that's her. It's that one about like the little characters who are, it's kind of like Toy Story but with like just different characters from different cartoons, where like they're all from like this girl's favorite books and stuff, and like one of them is literally like named Sasuke or Sas. I think it's they say it slightly. Yeah, the Art of Murder. One looks like is like a knockoff Phoenix Wright kind of guy, or like a Detective Conan, where he's like they're trying like, and then there's this new character that she just started drawing, like her first OC. So, and then there's like kind of like a Disney character kind of, and she's really funny too. So I'm really excited to see that one. And Glitch Studio as well has like at least like 2 or 3 different properties that are coming out that all look really good from different studios that are working under them. Like there's that CG one with the zombies that looks really cool, where it's like it's a story about family, it says all the time. And it's just like showing like gunfire and explosions, and it's like, okay, I'll take your word for it. But it sounds good. Like, I mean, I love, I mean, Digital Circus has been nothing but fun lately, so I'm excited to see what, even if it's not them directly, what they, if they're confident enough to back it, then it must be good. And I might start watching what is that called? Apothecary Diaries, because everyone keeps telling me it's really good. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Because like my niece said it was really awesome, and now some people at work are saying it's really good. So I'll try it out. I mean, the art style looks really good, so as long as, I just wasn't sure if I would like the characters, but everyone keeps saying that they're really well written, so I'll have to look into it. I saw recently a preview for Oh, hey, nice. Jealous. But they're gonna make another I don't know how this is working out because I thought that Miyazaki himself retired. But maybe his son's making this movie because there's like it's like Tower of something, I forget. But it's like another adventure one. So we'll see. I'm very curious to see how they do this. Like if it's going to be a Goro Miyazaki, I'll give it a chance. I really liked when Marnie was there. So if it's something like that, that would be really good. He's had a little difficulty with the adventure, so it would be nice to see him get a break and get to write something that he's like. If he can pull it off, I'm rooting for him because that would mean to root against him. But like yeah, maybe it'll be good. I hope. Worst case, I can always just watch it on streaming if it gets not good ratings, because I still want to watch it. The only Goro Miyazaki one that I just couldn't, that I was disappointed by, was the Tales of Earthsea, because I was hoping that would be a bit more exciting like the books, but unfortunately it suffered from what most of those suffer from, which is the them trying to rush it out, and it just didn't work. It's too bad. It could have been good. That didn't work. Let's look for gotta find my hairbrush. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on time. Wow. 37 minutes. Jeez. Shapers. This is both the blessing and the curse of having so many brushes. It's like, on one hand you got so many cool things to play around with, but on the other hand you got too many things to play with. That color actually could have been kind of, well, it's too much of a contrast with her. Why is it? Okay, I guess it does a combination of the two. So I'll make it a like Kirby Crackle kind of thing going on here with this, but I also have that brush, so I can try that one out as well. If I can find the hairbrush. This is cool too. I kind of like that more actually for music. Kind of like a explosion of color kind of. For the sound waves coming out, kind of. Yeah, maybe not that, not that advanced, but that's fine. That's kind of cool. Have you seen Apothecary Diaries yet? I was just curious if it was any good. This is too complex. It looks cool, but I can't do that. Maybe I can. You know what? It's not that too bad. If I do it just a little bit more, yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm curious. I like the. I think when I first found out about it, I was still working through Freerun the first time, so I kind of was when I was. That was a time when I was more in a mood. But I'm fine watching something that's a little bit more like over the top, with more eccentric characters. I'm trying to think of anything else that's new that, like I was saying, there's that Vigilante, My Hero Vigilante thing. There's I mean, we're about to start the spring stuff too. There might be other things I'm not even thinking about. Do you have anything you're looking forward to coming back? Because I can't think of anything offhand that's like really like sticking out to me right now, but I'm trying to think. There must be something that I'm just forgetting about. I'm glad I read reviews for things like Dragon Ball, that new Dragon Ball, because I mean, if there's people out there that like it, that's fine, but it's just not my cup of tea. It seemed like it was, yeah, kind of same. I think I'm kind of at a moment where I'm kind of just like playing around with like rewatching some old stuff, and like One Piece is the new episodes of that one whenever they come out, but oh, there's that Devil May Cry on but it's on Netflix. It looks good. I hope it's better than the one that was on Crunchyroll back in the day, because That was good for one episode. And then you realized every episode was the same. And I was like, well, cool. I watched the show then. I don't need to watch anymore. It's like, if you make every episode a monster of the week, that's cool. But guess what? It means I don't need to watch more than one episode. I think they made a Bayonetta show as well, but I couldn't remember if that got good ratings either. I think they made a movie too for Bayonetta, but I never really. I played a little bit of Bayonetta, but the grading system in the combat scared me away. Because I mean, everything else about that game is really funny and over the top, but like the uh, the grading system, like Devil May Cry kind of thing, kind of. I just didn't see myself having the time to like master the combos and do all that stuff and like these days I that's kind of the same reason I didn't why even after I got Elden Ring I didn't play it. Cuz the minute I got it I was like, why did I get this? I don't have time for this. It's like you really jumped the gun here. That's a shame. From what I saw, the animation looked good in that Bayonetta movie, but if it doesn't have a story, then nothing you can do about that. Gosh, whenever I think Bayonetta, there's this one like streamer that all she does is just like show her facial expressions whenever Bayonetta does an action pose, and it's like just pure shock and yeah, it's kind of funny, but yeah, maybe eventually. Not- I have other movies I need to watch before that, like Flow. Well, yeah, which we were talking about that on Blue Stream the other day, where I haven't seen Flow, I haven't seen Wild Robot, I haven't seen um I, I don't really care to see the uh, what is that called a Minecraft movie. But honestly, that's more. I feel I missed Minecraft kind of. Like it came around when I was just like really absorbed in my work back in the day, and like by the time I found out what it was, it kind of petered out for a little bit, and then it came back again. But by then I was really busy with other things, so 'cause I'm sure it's good. I'm not. There's no question on that. It's just I just don't know when I would have time to do the building side of it, and yeah. That's too bright. That's okay. Like that. Oops. No, I know it looks good. There's no question on that. And I mean, that's why I don't want to make it sound like I would ever say it wasn't interesting, because I watched you guys make that incredible building, and that clearly took some time and skill, and I'm really impressed with that. So. This isn't good. I need a better light source. I'm just guessing here for this part, so I don't want to rush into this. Oops. What time is it? Oh wow, yeah, I should call it. It's been I did a long stream, and yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Thanks everyone for hanging around, and glad I got a new viewer. So hopefully you drop by again, and yeah, it's been really fun working on this character and working on the layout for the backdrop. So let's get a close up on her. There we go. Yeah, she's pretty cool there. I like that. So yeah, have a great one. I'll see you Friday on. Yeah, I'll be streaming again at 7 p.m.